Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells. Last run was a pretty fun tactics runs. Reveal invisible enemies. Nice. This run, I don't know what we're gonna do. We could do a red run with the meat skewer. That could actually be kind of interesting. I'm not a huge meat skewer fan, but I know that there are meat skewer sympathizers out there. We can give it a go. We can take Serenade just in case we like to have a different weapon. And then it also comes with an ice bow. Sure. Meat skewer. Ice bow. There's some wonkiness here. I find meat skewer to just be a bit of a wonky weapon, but I don't think that is a surprise. And I don't think it is an item that people will say they don't feel is a little bit wonky. It's just a little wonky. You gotta dash through the enemies and crit them on the other side. And then it has, theoretically, a weird invincibility that happens when you go through the enemies. So it's a funky weapon. Okay, I did just get myself obliterated on that one. That's okay. We didn't lose too much HP. But we'll try it, and maybe this will become my new favorite. Well, probably not because, oh god damn it. Probably not because I've used this in the past and it's been decent, but I always find the movement items to be a little bit funky. Because I don't quite understand how the extra, ooh, nice. I don't quite understand how the extra iframes actually work. And I don't think that's something that experimentation will solve as far as problems go. You know what? A throwing knife, in addition to what we have, seems kind of nice. The ice bow will freeze, but more damage might be better. I mean, the meat skewer already freezes. Throwing knife meat skewer build? Yeah. That red trail gives you iframes. I can't really see a red trail. I think it's just while you're moving with this, you have the iframes. But I don't know how many frames it gives you. Yeah, throwing knife could be pretty decent. Piercing, arrows, plus damage on a frozen target. Get rid of the ice bow and take that instead. I think I'd rather have damage than freezing, although the freezing is pretty decent. Let's do it. Take that throwing knife. Not so much for leaning on it heavily and using that primarily for most of our damage, more for like, hey, I would like to have some possible synergy enabler and just a little bit more damage. I was kind of hoping that would be a cursed chest. You know, let's prove our worth early on this run. Where are we going? Game wants me to go to the promenade. I hate you. And you know that game. You know that Dead Cells. Could do it, though. We could go to the promenade if we hate ourselves. Oh man, the allergies. Light speed I used once, like last week. And it was somewhat interesting. Republic of Atrix. Welcome. What kind of coffee are you drinking? Garbage. I'm drinking the garbage coffee that I had because I didn't want to go through the effort of making anything more interesting. So it's just like garbage brand coffee grounds in a French press. Normally, I would try to make like a big batch of cold brew and then drink that with some creamer and milk and ice, but I needed a cup today. I needed something to get me going because I wasn't feeling well today. Still am not really feeling particularly fantastic. The allergies have been destroying me over the past few days. I don't know what it is, something about all the rain that we've been getting. All right, I think we will go to I think we'll go to the sewers. 4 cups of coffee later. I only had like 2.5. But even that might have been a little bit too much. Dun, 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 dun. Let's, you know, maybe on and off, we can go to biomes that are incentivized versus wherever I want to go. But I feel like maybe we can have an more interesting time here than in the ossuary route, where we might have to worry about meat skewering and then hitting the enemy from behind, which would be kind of annoying. Said 3 at the beginning of the stream. Well, my 3rd cup I've been sipping on for a while, and so I'm kind of like halfway down on that one. Bank. I'm not gonna go to an early bank. That seems like a miserable idea. Allergies killing me too. Took 2 Benadryl today. I used to be fine with Benadryl, but then at some point it started to make me drowsy. So I think if I take a Benadryl right now, it would probably knock me out, and then there wouldn't be a stream. Which maybe that's okay. But I do want to play something today. Play a little bit of Dead Cells. We probably want to have the Serenade out. So the reason why I took the Serenade is a good fallback option of, hey, I need something that can actually do a little bit of damage autonomously. Oh, okay. Get my health back, get 0 health back. I understand why I took damage there. The meat skewer didn't point me in the direction I wanted to get pointed in. Which is something we have to be a little bit careful of. It moved me, but I wanted to be facing that bat so I could kill it on the upswing, and the game thought differently. Well, we will just have to That was very weird. We're gonna have to just, pay attention. Dun 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 dun. Now the crits from the meat skewer. You get a crit if you go through an enemy. That's not always gonna happen, but it's gonna happen most of the time. Oh my god, I freaking missed. It attacked up when I wanted it to attack down. You know what, just give me a heal real quick. We'll spend 1 heal early trying to figure out this run. I feel like I understand what my mistake is here, though. I'm not using the throwing daggers at all. We should really be using those. I did buy them after all. You know, 1 or 2 throwing daggers will kill all of the flying enemies, and then we don't have to deal with them anymore. We could just roll throwing daggers too, but that seems a little too much. One of the benefits of having these throwing daggers is that they do fire arrows, which is a good source of additional damage. Oh man. Gotta keep sneezing. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again in a second here. And I apologize, but it's just a day in the life of Abe here. Shrapnel axes. I'm actually kind of tempted, but we did just have a run where shrapnel axes played a part. We don't need another run where shrapnel axes play a part, unless we really think they're gonna improve the run substantially. There's nothing over here, just a whole lot of nothing. I do like being able to see all of the loot drops. Better Serenade. Yep, that's good enough. No extra damage on a bleeding target, but burning oil is something that we can build into if we really feel the need. One thing that I do like about the meat skewer is the fact that you can get real nice speed. Use meat skewer before a freaking dodge roll or something, or maybe using an assault shield. You can get a lot of speed bonuses. Sadistic stiletto plus damage on a bleeding target. This feels a little bit more interesting. Why don't we take this stiletto? We'll keep the meat skewer in the backpack for a second, because we can guarantee the crits on the stiletto easily. Yeah, this seems kind of interesting. I'm not normally a big sadist stiletto user here, but if you're not going to use it when it has a self-damage synergy of bleeding when it already crits on bleeding, and you've got the bleed knives, when are you going to take it, you know? Lovely misses there. We'll do this in a second. Just a few enemies. Let's grab the food, since our malaise is low. And we're still decreasing the malaise. It gives us something to do with the malaise reduction that we earn. And by the time we hit malaise cleared, hopefully we'll have pretty much 0. Since it's basically not increasing anymore. Hold on. Let's go fight these enemies. Just want to hit that 0 malaise. This is a good combo. This feels nice. Sadist Stiletto also freezes enemies. We still haven't cleansed the malaise? Well, there's like 5 enemies down here, so hopefully we'll clear it there and I don't have to do all of the backtracking. There we go. We even have a burning oil synergy in here somewhere. Something is causing burn on death, even if it's not a 10 out of 10 way of enabling burn. Maybe you're allergic to coffee. I know I'm not allergic to coffee. What I'm allergic to is nature. Which is real unfortunate, because I like nature, somewhat. So what is this? Where's this go? Oh, just to a chest. I thought this was an alternate exit. I think there's one alternate exit path in this game that I've not actually done, and as a result, it doesn't show up on the biome map. Oh, it's this one. It's the one that goes from toxic sewers to the ramparts. One of these days, maybe we will actually get that path, but not today. I mean, we could. I just don't want to. I want my loot. I want my scrolls. I want to fight a giant tentacle boss. Although I guess we could go ramparts into tentacle boss, can't we? Predator? Combo? Tainted Flask. Let's go Tainted Flask. I had a very good run with that previously on our last Brutality run, I think. Getting like 5 healing potions back in like 2 biomes. And it's only gonna get better as we keep leveling up Brutality anyways. Oh! You didn't. You didn't. Get him. That was a stupid direction to dodge into. Why did you do this game? Why did you have to give me the best stuff? You gotta give me a freaking colorless nerves of steel when I need it the most? You know what, let's swap back out now. That's gonna be my back pocket item for, hey, I'm very cursed and I don't wanna get up close to enemies right now. Whoops. I mean, it worked pretty well so far. Well, let's do it. Felt like that was not staggering you. We get another double red scroll. Projectile damage reduction as well. Let's grab it. I feel like on the last run we picked up 0 scrolls that had two levels of purple. And now we found 2 at the beginning of this run that have double levels of red. Much better start so far. You know, I do like that the weapon is fast. I'll grant it that. It's nice and fast. Bleeding causes poisoning plus damage to a poisoned target. Really? How much poisoning? Seems like, you know, a small amount of poisoning. It's another. It's another one. Victim of bleeding spreads it to nearby enemies. Are we just gonna go full bleed build? We roll Serenade all the time. You know what? Give me full bleed build. Sorry, Serenade. Now, in theory, we can spread the bleed to nearby enemies and then keep the crit chain going. Whoa! Hey, come here. And actually, bleeding causes poisoning is yet another source of extra damage as well. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Rip Flawless. Still not 100% on the stiletto, because you really have to keep that damage synergy active. If you don't have the bonus damage against bleed and the bonus crits, it does freaking nothing. Nothing, I say, nothing. Dude, one of these days I'm gonna get another bonus rune, bonus scroll on that floor. Da, 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 da. Yeah, like I really don't want to swap out my equipment right now because it is pretty decent. Mutation-wise, what are we looking for? I guess open wounds is yet another way of applying bleed, but we don't really need that tiny amount of bleed damage. Scheme, melee attack after using a skill. Melee kills make you invisible. All nice, all decent. Acrobat pack would fire off nothing. There's like a weird mini networking synergy going here. You know what? Point Blank actually, I think, is pretty decent here because we learned through testing and experimentation that the DOT is increased by Point Blank. So this makes the bleed and the poison do 31% additional damage. If we like the DOT that we're dealing, this just increases it. And I think that's a kind of an interesting strategy. Tranquility as well. Well, really, I tested Tranquility. I'm assuming Point Blank works similarly. So that could be kind of interesting as just a raw DOT increaser. But do we care about increasing the damage over time that we deal when we deal so much raw physical damage with the dagger? I don't know. I don't know. First melee attack. Melee kills reduce skill cooldowns. Melee attacks slow enemies. Melee attacks inflict bleed. We don't need to inflict bleed, we do that already. You know, it's interesting. Let's give it a shot. Is Tranquility about damage or attacks? Because Point Blank is about attacks. Well, doesn't Tranquility say increase your damage by X%, and that works on the, yeah, I know. That was a little bit of a chaotic start. We still have disengagement, surprisingly. You know, I gotta admit, I don't know, because I'm not seeing 49 plus on the bleed here. I think it doesn't work. You know, now that I'm looking at it, we're not getting the bonus DOT damage, which is interesting. So Point Blank only works on the physical ranged attack damage, but Tranquility works on damage over time. That's weird, but very interesting. Hey, at least now we know. We've learned our lesson. I will reset this mutation later, but the experimentation did do what I wanted it to do, which is teach us one way or another. Because I tested that just a little while ago with Tranquility. Alchemic Carbine, the throwing knives, they do more DOT damage if you're further away from the enemy, and I thought that it would work similarly with Point Blank. Imagine the egg on my face when I realize that is not how that works. Come on. Spiteful Sword. Get out of here. Makes a toxic cloud when you take damage and does more damage if you took damage 8 seconds ago or are cursed. I think this is a skip. It's just not good enough. I already get this damage by the sadist stiletto. I don't need something that incentivizes curse or getting hit, because I'd prefer not to get hit. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. I don't know, our damage here is actually pretty decent. I'm happy with this so far. If you could hurry up a little bit, that would be great. I want to try to leave some enemies alive here since, you know, a late cursed chest, which is usually where it shows up in this floor, could be pretty detrimental. Face Flask? Yeah, I mean, I know that synergy exists, even though I don't roll it. Ah! There's disengagement. Still haven't gotten my first Flask refill. I hope that we get one on this floor, because if I reset my mutations, I don't know if we keep our progress towards the next flask refill. I guess in theory, we don't have to swap things out right now. You gonna die? Thank you. No, still don't have a flask refill. It'll happen, I believe. Oh, right, you can't cross the gap. Dang old tentacle. Actually, the damage here is pretty good, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what else I would take, though. Like, assuming we re-roll our oh, that was dumb. Assuming we re-roll our mutations to replace that point blank, what would we take? What's good? Still no free flask. Invisible for 5 seconds after attacking. It gives us another scroll, so we'll take it. More HP, why not? After 9 elites. Hey, come here. Old service key. Still have not done the whole map, so let's climb. Maybe this will give us map completion. Not yet. I just don't want there to be a curse chest at the end after we clear off all the enemies. Random skills. I really like my skills still. How are we not done with the map? What am I guess I'm missing this whole area over here to the side. Dun, dun, dun. And it's not a curse chest. Much ado about nothing, honestly, but you know, you can't take that gamble. All right, no curse chests. We now know. Let's grab the scroll. Very surprised you didn't try to chase me down. Still no bonus healing flask. Come on, we're currently at 9 elites. This sets us to 8 elites. Someone can run the math of how many we've actually killed by this point. Because I'm curious if it's retroactive when you upgrade your brutality. Like, if we were at 8, would taking 1 level of brutality give us a flask back, or do we have to get a kill in order for it to count? Who knows? Only the gods of dead cells. Well, here's hoping that there's at least one more elite. Can we get to 7? No, still 8. Still hoping for another one to show up at some point. There's a few enemies remaining. Actually, there isn't. So we're gonna be stuck at 8. I don't know. I don't know if I want to re-roll my mutations, because I don't know if it's gonna prevent me from getting a free flask. Still 8. I mean, it only gets better as we go from here on out, so in theory, it'll get closer and closer. Hemorrhage. I mean, that's a ranged attack. Slow as gosh darn heck, though. But Does give us a nice amount of bleed. We got a Nerves of Steel if we want something that's ranged. The raw damage there is just too good to pass up. Snake Fangs to apply poison. It is level 9. Bleeding, bleeding, bleeding. Still bleeding. It's got the teleportation factor on the Snake Fangs, which I do enjoy. Lower raw DPS though. I wouldn't mind just getting a slightly better Sadist Stiletto. Since we've been rolling it, maybe we can continue to roll it. Let's see. There's Panchucks for combo potential. No, we do that all the time. Well, not all the time, but there we go. Sadist Stiletto, double damage as well. Okay. Give me my Sadist Stiletto. And it has more damage on poison targets as well. Okay, that seems pretty decent. We'll roll this. Fight a boss. Fight a boss. And hope that we can get a flawless with this. Because if we can't get a flawless with this, we're not getting a flawless. Random skills. And I still like what we have. Bleeding causes poisoning on the slicer means that we should get some poisoning out there. Dun, 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 dun. I do like the cat. The cat is pretty good. Plus damage on a bleeding and poison target. Okay, you've convinced me. We'll take the cat. All right, let's get out of here. I think this will be just fine. I'm missing something. I'm missing a key. I don't know. I think I'm just missing a key somewhere. I killed all the enemies. Maybe there's one. Maybe the tentacles don't show up on the mini map at all. It's weird. All right. Well, in any case, let's get out of here. Go to the crypt. What's new, kitty cat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new is that I got a kitty cat. Okay, don't need to reforge. Throwing knives, don't need to reforge, but we could. Ammo and more damage on poison targets, sure. Reset mutations. I don't think we need to reset mutations, although point blank is pretty much useless. I just don't know what else we would take. Like, what are we looking for here? Barb tips? Acrobata pack? No. Crow's feet? No. Survival might be what we want to grab, just so we have more things in the toolbox. Crits reduce cooldowns works very well, actually. Well enough. I think I'm just gonna reset and go no mercy. I feel like that's pretty decent. I'm gonna keep Tainted Flask. I don't know how close we are at this point now that we reset mutations, but hopefully it keeps the progress. And I don't know, we could roll open wounds. Melee attacks inflict, I mean, 111 DPS for 1.5 seconds. Melee attacks inflict an extra 160 damage. We attack pretty quickly, so like that'll stack up, kind of. I feel like combo, even combo is better. Just give me... Give me instinct. We're gonna be critting all the time with the weapon, so why not? I can't really think of anything better. All right, gotta go fast. Fast maintained. Still fast. As speedy as ever. Feel like that damage was not all that good. There we go. Nope. A little lucky. Bad use of the cat. What? This dang trap. Does a very bad job of actually hitting the boss. There we go. Thank you, DOT. I really thought it would have an easier time of like aiming up very slightly, but that is not the case. Torch. Nah, stiletto's still pretty good. I think I will re-roll out of it now. Graveyard again, huh? We just did Graveyard. I kind of want to go Slumbering Cavern. Yeah, I think we might roll out of it and re-roll out of the double damage now, because I don't want to take double damage. What do we get? A shield. Locked attacks inflict damage on nearby enemies. I mean, we can hold it. We can take the shield parry perk. Bum, 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 bum. I'll get rid of Nerves of Steel. We're not gonna roll this. Not a very good legendary upgrade, but that's fine. Burning Oil? Spreads oil. Crits up 20%. That's probably good enough. Don't want to spend too much money re-rolling this. That's fine. Hopefully we're close to getting another flask, but again, I don't know. Maybe, is there like, hold on, info? Doesn't say. Doesn't tell you how close you are. Bum, 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 bum. If only the double double Throne Dagger build actually still works without having to turn on what is it called? Dual binding. And I'd feel a little bit better about the throwing daggers. They just don't do that much damage on their own. Okay. Okay, still no flask back. Oh god. I saw that coming. Who didn't? I'm invisible. Ah, crap, the cat. Apparently, this dang cat prevents me from running away from the enemies. Dang it, kitty cat. Whoa. Still no flask. I'm willing to bet that resetting the mutation kind of screwed that up. That's my guess. God damn it. Okay. It's another elite, though. I guess we'll go fight this one first. Okay. Good. Okay, elite's been aggroed. Don't know what kind of an elite he is. He's fighting like a single biter. +1 health flask. It tells you when you get it back at least. Let's go. Can I like, yeah, let's drop the invisibility. Can I not be cursed? I fought multiple elites. They should be worth like 5. Okay, there's another level of brutality. Enemies in here. Enemies everywhere. No enemies. Rapier. Do a lot of damage with our current dagger, though. Maybe rapier is one of those weapons that works with point blank or something. I think that's the case. If we have to, if we have to do it, we have to do it. Well, this sucks. Thank God you can dodge roll through spike traps. There you go. I still don't know why this guy punches the cat and then stops. I'll take it though, I'll take it. Stop floating. Thank you, kitty. I think that's why I like the cat. You can use the cat to pretty much one-hit kill strong enemies that you'd rather not have to deal with yourself. Where'd you come from? I think that gives the cat the edge over everything else. Oh, you know what? I'm starting to realize what we should do here as I'm thinking about it more. I don't know what hit you. What hit you? What we need to do is we need to take that one mutation that gives us more damage and protection when we use a flask, and then just use the flasks during boss fights, right? To get to full health and then, you know, have a nice sizable bonus. I think. That sounds about right. Okay, well that was a cluster. Donk. I think I was wrong about this stiletto. Maybe he's just punching the worms. I think he's punching the cat. He's just punching the biters. Should have given this dagger a little bit more credit. It's pretty good. Can I get another one? Let's see. More pans. Pans that poison. The pea that peas. Fire. I mean, we don't really need the daggers. We have Sinew Slicer, which will give us bleeding. But not against the giant. I would like to fight the giant. So we need to keep throwing knives. I guess what we need is something better than Sinew Slicer for applying bleed. God, the pans are real good though. 28,000 DPS. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Game wants me to go Sepulcher. I think I'm gonna go Caverns though. Feel like we haven't been there in a while. We just went to the Sepulcher, didn't we? I find that interesting. Why is the game trying to convince me to go down there? We were just there. Da-da. Random skills. So let's look for something that can do better poison and bleed. You know what we need? Corrosive Cloud. I hate to say it, but that'll work very well on the boss fight. Same level cat. Not Cleaver. Face Flask, maybe. It does provide poison, but I guess this is kind of what I was looking for. Bleed and poison. Why do we need bleed and poison? For the bonus damage on the cat? I mean, just inflicting more DOT is nice. Toxic Cloud that lasts 15 seconds, inflicting bleed and poison. 114 DPS for 2 seconds. It's not very good, though. The Sinew Slicer is pretty darn good. It's not going to be better for the boss fight. I mean, we could go and fight a different boss, one that's on the ground, and then the Sinew Slicer bleeding and poisoning is going to be worth a lot more than Corrosive Cloud. But, you know, if we take a, you jerk. If we take a, whoa! We take an opportunity to go fight, like, the Scarecrow. That bleed poison stacking damage is going to be very good against him. I don't know when we would get in there and hit him, but we would have a lot of, you know, good bleed DOT and then a cat doing some damage too. Maybe that's all we would need. Yeah, go ahead. Suck me in while you die to my cat. Let's see how well that works for you. What is giving oil? Oh, the amulet gives us burning the ground when we roll. So we could also easily get a, not easily, but we could get a burning oil synergy too. As long as we don't get rid of the amulet. I think he's punching the biters. I think he's just hitting the biters and not the cat. That makes a lot more sense, actually. I can't even see that guy. In theory, that should count for 2 elites. I don't know if it does. In theory, it should. Ow. I wish the enemies would attack me and not the turret. Oh, there's one more area. It's just... we didn't need to go all the way over there to kill him. Let's get out of here. If we go cavern, we can go to the mausoleum afterwards. So let's go cavern. Figure out where we wanna go off of the next biome and the items we get. Ding, ding, ding. I don't know, maybe I'll go face Flask. You never know. Da, 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 da. Hello. I don't want to re-roll anything, because we are still having a good time with the bleed / poison synergies that we have. And I'm not going to reset my mutations. Instinct of the Master at Arms, we're getting a lot of crits, but our skills don't really matter, like we don't need to constantly be using them. So I might want to swap for something a little bit more useful. But if we want to take a more useful mutation, we don't need to take it now. We can take it before whatever boss we're going to be fighting. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, heal up. That's okay. Really thought that the cat would kill him. Cat didn't kill him. A little disappointed. Kitty. But that's okay. It just means... Give me a second. It just means we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful when we engage that. And we might be looking for a better amulet here too. The one that we have has that burn the ground when you roll, but we're not really building around the burn. And I would replace it for something that gives us more stats anyways. Okay. Really? You jerk. No, get out of here. No one likes you. No! Careful, careful, careful. Okay. Already lost disengagement, so we gotta be a little bit more cautious about things. Maybe even engage those guys without getting that close, you know? I do love knocking those demons out of the air and then just letting the cat deal with them. That's a winning strategy. Balu Bear, welcome. Is the bright red highlight around glyphs in the ground wall a new thing? I may have missed one. Did I miss one? That's not well, that's half a new thing, half not a new thing. If you want, what you can do is go into options, accessibility, and you can do all sorts of things that change how the game looks to make it easier to see secrets, projectiles, enemies, give things a thick outline, customize colors, make text larger. There's a lot of accessibility options added to Dead Cells, and every once in a while, I get requests to turn on the red outline around secrets, so I turned it on. I'm doing a couple of runs with it. And so far so good. It does help you to find those secrets. God knows I like finding the secrets, because when you get the secrets that are free scrolls, it's just free scrolls. Pixely, welcome. How's it going today? Good evening. Good evening, gentlemen. Plus bleeding and poison, but it doesn't crit on bleeding and poison, so no. It crits on face flask. Let's go here. Should be a shop, probably. Should probably. Nope. Haven't picked up a free flask in a while, so we're still biding our time on that. Level 12 sinew slicer. That's a pretty nice turret. Oh God. Pixely says, I don't know what I ate. I'm stuck in the bathroom. Do you need help? You need someone to come in there and get you? Sorry, you're a little sick. Also, I'm sorry I had to read that. Okay. Nope. There's a free corrosive cloud. If we keep the cat in the sinew slicer, we can kill the scarecrow, but we won't be doing any damage ourselves. We'll just be throwing daggers and running away. But we can get a flawless on the scarecrow, probably. And we do a lot of giant fights, so sure, let's build around the scarecrow. We already have enough equipment to kill him anyways. Thank you. I don't say. There's probably one enemy over there, but it's probably not worth going to kill. Or two enemies. Definitely not worth going down here to kill this guy, though. All right. Very good floor so far. Only had to use one healing flask at the beginning. Har har har. Really thought we would have fought more elites to get more flask charges back, but I guess not. Clonk. Whoa! Elite demon. Still no flask. How many elites have we fought? I feel like we fought like 6, but clearly that number is incorrect. I'm sorry. We're gonna leave that unit alive, I guess. I'm sorry. We've got to do a little running around real quick. Then we can go back and fight all those enemies that I didn't want to fight because I was scared. By the way, hey you. One dagger's doing a decent amount of damage on its own. It's almost killing some of these enemies. There's our mausoleum exit, if that is the route that we want to take. I feel like it is. We haven't fought mausoleum boss in a while, aka Scarecrow. This seems like a good opportunity to do it. We've got a lot of ground-based and trap damage. DOT, we can hit him while running away, which should be good enough. And in fact, we have a shield. We can even just equip that and use it. Yeah, it's a legendary punishment shield. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die, but poisons enemies blocked with a parry. Does decent damage. Yeah, we'll probably go for like a mixed parry throwing dagger against him. Oh! Well, that's a nightmare fuel. We've got a lot of stats in red here. And we still haven't even been to the real shop, the real important one, the weapon shop. Maybe pick up a better stiletto. Oh, see ya. I do love when the enemies just get sucked into the void. Well, you're in a very weird place. Random weapons. Let's see what we got. Rapier, fire blast, level 12 knives, toxic cloud. Yeah. Currently on level 6, so that's a massive improvement in Cat, what are you doing? It's a massive improvement in damage right there. I'm happy to see it. Hemorrhage is interesting. I wonder if this would work with Acrobata Pack. Work well. Iron Staff could also be very decent. Bloodthirsty Shield, where there's a little bit of extra bleed, but we have a shield. Baseball bat, pretty nice. No stiletto. Okay. Still like what we found there. No! Oh my god. Well, I nearly died. That was just to get the cherries, by the way. I really thought I could jump over that trap, and instead it not only hurt me, then threw me into the lava, but luckily we had 1 HP at the end of it. Okay. A little bit of a poor move. That's why we're getting all these flasks back, though. We already fought the Mimic, but still. We don't need bleeded causes poisoning anymore. Bleeded? I am looking for a cat. What's new, kitty cat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Could go syringe, but I think this guy's a little hard to syringe kill. I think he's a little hard to syringe kill because he is so dang mobile. Alright. It's actually like, it seems like it's a sizable amount of poison damage too. like roughly the same DPS as the bleeding, so it's a nice improvement. Might as well. We're gonna fight the boss. What do we get? Skills. Kitty cat. What's new, kitty cat? Now I am kind of tempted to go fight the giant just because we have, in theory, not a lot of health, since we did take a little bit of damage. But I still think we will try Scarecrow, because I think we can kill him. We are done, though. That's the entire floor. So let's get the heck out of here. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we get some flasks back soon as well. Other than like the stupid damage that was an okay floor. Did take some pretty nasty stupid damage, especially at the end there, but that wasn't that bad. Ignore the fact that we have like no flasks anymore. I would like to make this do more damage on a poisoned or bleeding target. Bleeding, sure. There you go. Toxic Cloud daggers, fine. This. Then you know what? Toxic Cloud, shield, biters, burns, pierce. More damage on poison, better. Let's do it. So we're gonna parry, run, throw knives, and then hope that the cat can do the job. Whoa! This guy, he hit me pretty roughly, actually. He is like still not even out of his first phase. I keep missing the cat shot too. Oh God, he's so fast. How are you not dead yet? That was not a great fight. I really thought I had more like passive damage being dealt there. That's not the case, apparently. That's okay. That's all right. We'll probably go to the castle on this one just so that we can get our flasks back, I think. That sinew slicer damage was very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. That door will forever be locked. He survived. Survival is not good enough. We need our legendaries. Let's do the full castle route. What the hell outfit is this? I look like a weirdo. What a strange outfit. Whatever game this is from, I've never played it. This isn't not Hollow Knight. This isn't Shovel Knight, is it? This might be Mr. Shovel Knight. I don't remember. Spoiler will be a pain. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. We should get all of our flasks back by the time we fight him. Although we still haven't picked up a flask in a while. I feel like either I am overestimating the number of elites we've been fighting or the game doesn't keep track properly. The game is probably correct, but it feels like I should have gotten some flasks back by now. We've only gotten one. I've been rolling Tainted Flask for like 4 floors. Whoa! Jesus, okay, well there's another heal. I really didn't think he would be able to hit me from down there. Just saying, game. What a whiff. What a whiff on that cat. Still no flasks, by the way. We've gotten 1. You know how many elites I fought? Way more than 4 since the last recharge. Where's my healing game? You can't keep the flasks from me forever. Excuse me. This feels like a run where I actually do want to like go through it, count the number of elites we've been fighting. Because there's a reason I took that mutation game. You're not giving me the value for that mutation right now. Hey, we got 1. 1 health. Also, melee's cleared. Our build's been pretty good, though. The poison melee combo, or bleed melee combo, has worked well. Oh! I thought I would hit the wall and then grab that scroll. That is not how that worked. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe every time the number of elites you need goes down, the counter resets. That would be annoying, but it would explain why sometimes it does feel like you go a long time without getting a flask back. Or I have another thought, which is that as soon as the number is set, it doesn't go down until you pick up your next flask. So like, it said 4, but maybe we were still internally at like 7, and we were still trying to kill the 7 elites to get a flask back. And until we killed 7, 4 didn't activate. Whatever the case may be, in theory, we should now get one within a few. That did not go very well, but that was a bit of a cluster. Now we're at 4, and we were at 4, and we're gonna stay at 4. We've already killed 1, so it shouldn't be too long from now, I hope. Dun, dun. 2? Might be a 2, okay. Oh, might have been that direction. There might be 2 elites on the floor. There's 1. No, don't do it, cat. So in theory, that might be like a 3. Shots leave a trail of flames. I still think there's probably gonna be 1 more somewhere, but who knows? Stiletto's at 11. If we find another stiletto, it's probably worth buying because then it's gonna be cheaper to reroll. So let's see. I'm not interested in anything else except for a stiletto, so we didn't find one. Wish will make it legendary. I don't have Wish. I have Instinct of the Master of Arms, which makes all of our crits lower our cooldowns. It's been fine, but nothing else felt worth taking. So I just kind of took it. A better cat would be good. There we go. More raw damage and more damage on poison, so that's acceptable. I don't know why this cat has less slots for fixes than the other cat. I'll never understand that mechanics. I wanna go look at that chest before I kill everything. Yeah, because are there 2 chests? There's no curses. There's just 2 chests. 2 chests. Hold on. Might not be another elite on the floor, in which case, we'll get some elites on the next floor. And there's gonna be a lot of them. Our damage is pretty nice. We don't need to explore for anything, it's just more for completionist's sake. Even to grab the money from this, I'll do it. 20,000 damage and poison grenade. It's not too bad. Yeah, we're done. Those were not elites, were they? Nope. You know what? Screw you guys. You can live. Currently at 3 in theory. Well, we'll see when we reach the first elite in the observatory whether or not we get our flask. We should get a couple of flasks in that biome because we are gonna be fighting like 9 or 10 elites there. Okay. Don't need to reroll anything. Plus damage on poison, plus damage on bleed, plus damage on poison. All good. This boss might take a little while to kill though. Our damage is not that high considering what we saw on the Scarecrow fight. Then again, we were not using our melee weapon that much on the Scarecrow fight. We're gonna be using our melee weapon here. Why are you so angry? Ow. Ow, I rolled. You jerk. Hey, a flask! Would you look at that? It does work. Well. Ow, he hit me on the way down. I didn't even realize that, but yeah, there are 2 elites that spawn there, so that makes sense. All right. We got a flask. And I did take a bunch of damage, but ultimately that didn't go that badly. Run is not doomed. I mean, we could always buy healing at the upcoming shop. That was not like a melted amount of boss damage, but it was pretty okay. I took more damage than I should have. But it was a consistent amount of damage being done. I think I would have seen that one too. Meow. So we do get better amulets in this biome. We should be getting some level 12s. So in theory, we've got a good shot at getting a 2 or 3 brutality amulet. At least we can hope. Oh! Stop protecting. Oh my god, is disengagement active already? Okay, heal up. This has not been a very, like, good performing run. But it's been good enough. And luckily we get our flasks back, thanks to Tainted Flask. Okay, buy the HP. I know we're gonna get flask back, but I'm still gonna buy one. Yeah, not the best showing, but a fun run. Good job, kitty cat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, hello. I'm not gonna transition if I lose a point in brutality, but it was close. Where do I go from here? Can't make that jump. Man, it's those book mages. I hate them so much. Also, why can you do multiple jumps? Okay, no flasks yet. It's okay. You don't need health. If you don't get hit, just don't get hit. Oh, you see, that was my problem. I kept getting hit. Sure, why not? I'll take it. Can jump here. If I stand still, that's the best counter to them, because if I stand still, I can just throw my throwing daggers up and just smack them. So that's what we gotta be doing there. might not be the right direction. Random weapons. Okay, well this is level 12 equipment. If we can find a sadist stiletto. He's not gonna come here. He's gonna come here. Please, please. I love the purple fire in the background. It's a level 12. So the cost of re-rolling it is gonna be reset, and it's just better quality anyways. You love to see it. Where are we going? Going down. Clunk. I mean, I'll take more health. I think we could definitely use some more. Missed with the cat on that one. Did get a flask refill, I heard it. Clunk clunk in my inventory. Should be 2 elites at the top of the tower. Hopefully they count. And then if we find 2 elites climbing the tower, we'll go back up to full flasks, which is probably unnecessary to have full flasks for the boss fight, but we were at 0 at some point in this run, so it's a pretty strong recovery. Nope, not good enough. Oops. Just a bad time to drop. And not good enough. So yeah, we should be there. That should be enough elites to give us yet another full charge. Whoever chose the critical hit sounds in this game was on point. I mean, I think they were just on point in the development of the game. Everything about it. Dead Cells is a great game. In case you couldn't figure that out yourself. Yeah, it is very satisfying. And yeah, the clink clink of the crits is very good. Ow! Jerk. It's okay, there's cheese. Where there's a will, there's a cheese. You know what? Look at that cheese right now. Well, actually, let's wait until we hit another teleporter. Ah, that'll do it. I want to go down. Is this Cheese Town? This is Cheese Town. Thank you. Freaking books. Magistrates, book writers, I forget their name. Their name isn't important. What's important is that they die. Just like everyone else. And we did get a flask. So we're at full flasks for the boss fight, exactly the right number of elites. There's no reason to backtrack in that case. We already picked up our weapon. Let's go. Now we can get rid of Tainted Flask, although you still get a damage bonus when you heal, so maybe we should keep it. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Saint. I'm very curious as to what Motion Twin might want to work on next after they end up completing Dead Cells and no longer support it with DLCs. Fingers crossed for some good stuff. I regret everything. Nah, there we go. 15% damage, 80% on poison targets. Beautiful. Instinct of the Master at Arms. I think I'm willing to get rid of that and then maybe just go for Vengeance. As a like just in case play. Always nice to have. And we'll drink a flask before the fight so we can get that damage bonus because we have 4 flasks now. I don't think we're gonna need 4 flasks for the fight. We can probably spend 1 or 2 on healing. Although maybe what we should do is just use them every time he heals. Go. 1. How long does this take? 5. 10. 15. And it's gone. We had the damage bonus for a while. Oh, damn it. I was in the middle of an attack animation, so I couldn't get the heal out, or couldn't get the dodge roll out, rather. Big ol' rip on that one, bud. We're gonna go to the next zone here. That is stupid. I probably should have just dodge rolled instead, but we won! Yay! Even if the fight against Collector was not that good. Oh god, excuse me, I had a sneeze. Jeez. Good run though, fun run! Throwing dagger and Sadist stiletto run with a cat and a sinew slicer. Yeah, that poison damage actually does, or that bleed damage does a number on enemies. And I've got to admit, the stiletto did better than I thought it would. I thought it was gonna be not quite as potent as it was, but maybe that's just because we had not too many, but we had a lot of points in brutality by the end there. A couple of bonus scrolls that we managed to find, or, you know, easy to find because the game showed me with the red box. In any case, a fun run. I'm gonna have to go through this and count up those flasks and the recharges that we got, because it feels like we had to kill way more elites than we should have, but maybe that's just because killing elites is always a bit of a pain. It always feels like a bit of a struggle, so you feel like it should be worth more. In any case, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.